Open houses are a great place to meet more potential buyer clients. We always hear this, but no one ever tells us how to actually turn these open house visitors into clients. Because here's what usually happens. You all will chat, you'll maybe get a phone number, and then when you finally follow up with them, they either ghost you or give you the runaround. So I'm going to show you a better way to capture the info of everyone who comes into your open house and then increase your odds of turning them into a client. All right, so step one, we're going to need a way to capture their info and make it come directly into Serene CRM. This is simple. All we do is open up our Serene CRM account, go to Sites, go to Forms, and select the Open House form. Now, once this Open House form is filled out, all the information is going to directly come into our CRM and make the person into a contact. Now, the real question is, how do we get this form filled out? Well, there's a simple trick for this as well. Go over to Integrate and copy the link for this form. Now go over to Canva, go to Elements and type in QR code. We want to use the QR code generator app. We're going to paste that URL that we just copied and generate a code. Next, we're going to copy this code and go on to the flyer that we made, which is what we're going to post in front of the entrance of our open house. And we're going to paste over that QR code. Now, what we want to do is make sure that everyone who comes knows that they need to fill out the form before they can come in. When this QR code is scanned at the front of the open house, this is the form that's going to open up. Step 3, understanding what's happening in the back end. So what we need is an automation set up so that as soon as that form is filled out, the person filling it out gets an email and an SMS welcoming them to your open house. And then you also get an email and text letting you know who is signed up. This is how you set that up. You navigate over to Automation, go to Open House Leads, click on Came to Open House. And the thing that we want to trigger these following actions is going to be that form that we have set up. So we're going to click here. Type in form, click on form submitted, add a filter, the form is, and then we're going to select our organic open house form. What this is saying is whenever this form is filled out, these following actions should take place. So first things first, we're going to want to tag them as a buyer lead so that they end up in our buyer section of our contacts. Another good thing to do is to tag them as an open house lead as well, just so we know where they came from. You can also play around with this name and put the address. And then this is the SMS that's going to go out to the person who filled out the form. So it's going to say, hey, and then the contact's first name. This is your name from your brokerage. And then just welcome to my open house and thanks for signing up. Now, one thing that's missing here is the internal notification to yourself. So for example, if you wanted to just make sure that you also get a text whenever someone comes to your open house and fills out the form, you can click on the plus sign. Click internal notification, select SMS, select all users because you're the only user of this account. And then you can tell yourself, for example, custom values, contact's first name, just entered our open house, and click save action. And now you're going to get that message whenever the contact fills out the form. Now, whenever this form is filled out, our contact is going to go over into our contacts and then our buyer lead section because we tagged them with that buyer lead tag. So they're going to end up all over here. And like we mention all the time, all you have to do is select the contacts once they populate over here and then just click on send SMS or send email when you're sending out those weekly value packed emails and texts. Step 4, just carry on business as usual. Chat with these visitors and get whatever information you typically would. What they're looking for, how serious they are, their budget, etc. Now, when these visitors leave or when it's the end of the workday, you can easily add the information that you learned today into the notes section of the contact since they filled out your form and have already auto-populated into Serene CRM. Step 5, the reality. Obviously, based on your conversations, you'll know which one of these leads are warmer than the others and who to follow up with via phone call over the next few days. And since you did this entire sign-in process, even the visitors know that you're legit in the way that you do things, so that does help the overall picture of things. But the reality is, most of these visitors will not be ready to transact and are usually window shopping. But you have Serene CRM, so that's okay, because following up with them and continuing to warm them up on Serene CRM takes no extra effort on your end. Whether it's 1 lead or 1,000 leads, your philosophy remains the same. This leads us into step 6, which is continuing on with the Serene CRM philosophy. As we mention all the time, our philosophy is for you to get as many leads as possible into the CRM. And this method that we discussed today is just one of those ways to get the leads. You should then send your leads weekly emails and texts from the CRM with valuable information so that over time, you become someone they know, like, and trust and are top of mind when it is time to transact. To send out your weekly value-packed email or text, and remember, it could literally be something as simple as sending them a link to your latest Instagram reel. All you have to do is go over to your smart list, click on buyer leads, select all, and then choose send email or send SMS. You can get creative with what you send. For example, once the house that you had an open house for sells, you may want to select all the leads who came to your open house and tell them that the home sold. And if they want, they can call you to know what price it sold for. Again, you're opening yourself up for more conversations with potential clients. I hope that you found this video useful. And of course, to set up the open house funnel that we discussed today, it is imperative that you sign up and use Serene CRM. So be sure to start your 7-day free trial by visiting www.serenecrm.com. You'll then be sent 5 to 6 onboarding videos so that we can make sure your start with Serene CRM is as smooth as possible.